Om Jnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah.
His own head. And for a very brief moment, we know from Chaitanya Charitamrita and everything that we've heard, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had this golden hue, this golden color, because he's a combined incarnation of Radha and Krishna. So he had this beautiful golden color. But you can see from this picture, the picture of the Lord is not different than the Lord himself. So we can see this golden form that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had. But the minute he took the sins, the countless sins of Jadai and Madhai, for a short while, a few moments, his golden hue disappeared and his body turned dark, almost black, with all of the sins. Now that's not to say that a person who is dark is a sinful person. That's not true. One day we were speaking, and I was talking about the description of Kali Yuga, and at the end of Kali Yuga, people wouldn't grow more than 3 feet tall and they'll be short and black. And somebody was sitting and they said, "What's wrong with black?" And I said, "Nothing is wrong with black. Black is the most outstanding color. Lord Krishna is black. When this curtain opens, we'll see Gopi Vallabha with this dark complexion. So there's nothing wrong with black." But at that moment, just to show that their sins were taken, and the Lord absorbed all of their sins, the Lord showed this particular Leela to let everyone see that the sins were taken by him. So his body turned black for a few moments. And then his golden hue came out again. It's like the sunshine, Sun takes away darkness. Effulgence takes away darkness. So like this, Mahaprabhu took all of the sins from Jadai and Madhai, and it's explained that Yamaraj has an assistant. His name is Chandragupta. He is the one, Chitragupta, sorry. I'm looking at the name here and I'm saying something else. Chitragupta, and Chitragupta is the one that sits there and writes down all of our sinful activities that we're performing. And then when we go before Yamaraj for judgment, he's the one that reads them out. And all the ones that we've forgotten, they're all written there. He'll remember them and he'll let us know. So it's mentioned that Chitragupta, who was collecting all the sins, that he became so overwhelmed with collecting all the sins that Jadai and Madhai had committed that he collapsed out of exhaustion. He became so exhausted because their sins were so innumerable. So Jadai and Madhai were forgiven by the Lord. He absorbed all of their sins, and they became great devotees and followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the renounced order of life, he took sannyas to spread the Sankirtan movement and congregational chanting of the holy names of Krishna. The two brothers, namely Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nithyananda Mahaprabhu, moved to Jagannath Puri. So from Jagannath Puri, Mahaprabhu left Nithyananda there, and Mahaprabhu went on a tour all over India. So we know we chant every day when we bathe the Lord, we chant the Brahma Samhita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found the Brahma Samhita manuscript, a part of it, in a temple in South India when he was traveling across India at that time. So for 2 years, Mahaprabhu traveled. And when Mahaprabhu returned, he was very happy to see Nithyananda had developed a movement, this Sankirtan movement in Puri, and he was being helped by many local devotees. But at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was feeling that now this movement, this Sankirtan movement, is so well developed in Mayapur, in Jagannath Puri, but nothing is happening in Navadvip. because both he and Nithyananda Mahaprabhu had left. So nothing is happening. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to nurture the roots of the Sankirtan movement that he had planted in Navadvip. So he asked Nithyananda Prabhu to go to Navadvip. So Nithyananda Mahaprabhu, around the year 1511, decided to return to Bengal after being requested by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to go there. So when Nithyananda Mahaprabhu first returned, he began his mission. His first place of preaching was in Panihati. So we spoke about Panihati earlier. And for several months, he preached and he gathered followers until thousands of people would chant and dance in ecstasy under his supervision. So he was the guru there, and he had converted so many people to the Sankirtan movement. And so it was at this time that he met Raghunath Das Goswami. So Raghunath Das Goswami at that time was a young boy, and he approached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his servant. And since Raghunath was born in a wealthy family, Nithyananda Prabhu asked him if he could help to arrange a huge festival. And this festival is called the Panihati festival. At that festival, they serve thousands and thousands of people yogurt and chipped rice. So chipped rice, sometimes you go in the store and you see the rice is very flat. It looks like little pieces of paper. So this is chipped rice. So they will cook this, they will prepare this rice in a certain way, mix it with dahi, yogurt, and they will have different flavors. You have mango flavor, you have so many different flavors that they will do, but the mango flavor was the most famous one. And like this, Nithyananda Mahaprabhu inaugurated this chip rice festival in Panihati, and for days and days on end, they served out the chip rice, and millions of pilgrims from miles around came to enjoy this festival. And to this day, our devotees in Mayapur, they in the month of February, for about 8 days, they will go and have a Panihati festival in Panihati. And yogurt and chip rice is one of the things that they serve, but they also serve kitri and so many other things. And hundreds of devotees will go and they will serve prasadam to thousands and thousands of pilgrims who come to Panihati every year to observe the Panihati festival inaugurated by Nithyananda Mahaprabhu in 1511. So Nithyananda Mahaprabhu used the house of Raghava Pandit as his head office. And from there he taught Krishna consciousness to thousands and thousands of people on both sides of the Bhagirathi river. So the Ganga have many tributaries. And the one tributary that runs through Bengal is called Bhagirathi. Bhagirathi is named after Maharaj Bhagirath, who drove his chariot, and Mother Ganga followed him until they arrived at Ganga Sagara, which is the place where Ganga meets the ocean, because his forefathers had been cursed. They were burned to ashes by Lord Kapila Dev, because they accused Lord Kapila Dev of stealing a horse. So they were burned to ashes, and the only thing that would help them would be them being touched with water from the Ganga. So now it's time for the Arti, and we can speak for days and days about Nithyananda Mahaprabhu and his wonderful activities, but now we have to move on to the next major portion of our tonight's program, and so we'll be having our Arti.
So everybody knows that today is Nithyananda Mahaprabhu's appearance day, so I'm singing about him. নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন আসিয়াছে নাম ধাতু জীবের কারণ নদিয়া নদিয়া মধুরে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন আসিয়াছে নাম ধাতু জীবের কারণ Krishna
And we're very fortunate and we thank you for your association and giving us your valuable time to be with us today and get the unlimited blessings of Lord Nithyananda Prabhu today. So we pray to the Lordship to grant your devotional service to all of you who are here today. Hare Krishna. So I'd like to start off by thanking His Grace Bhakti Yoga Prabhu for a wonderful class that he gave today. And I would like to also thank Mother Subhadra for singing Nadia Godrume Vidya Mahal. Wonderful song. Thank you. So this is a song by Bhakti Vinod Thakur, the founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada's Guru's father. And he wrote this wonderful song, and it means in summary that Lord Nithyananda Prabhu has opened up a marketplace of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the holy names, and we can get that by having faith. So we give faith and we get this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's the meaning of this wonderful song by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Thank you again, Mother. So yesterday we had the wonderful celebration of Lord Pardon, Mother Dwarka. So maybe because I said Mother Subhadra again, maybe she wants to sponsor today too. So we'd like to thank Mother Dwarka for generously sponsoring today's program. Not only sponsoring today's event, but also preparing all the bhoga for today's offering. So please give her a very, very warm round of applause. And the wonderful deity dress that you see, the beautiful light blue color deity dress, was lovingly stitched by Mother Tara. So please give her a warm round of applause. Narayani to accept a small token of our appreciation from His Grace Bhakti Yoga Prabhu. Let's chant Hare Krishna as Mother is coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
This is a beautiful book of shlokas from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, etc. So we're giving this Mother Narayani. And next time when we see her, we'll ask her questions. She should be able to answer everything. Hare Krishna.
We have a sponsor for purchasing a new altar as well. We are in the process of looking into purchasing a huge altar, wonderful altar. And Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So as everyone can see, this is a Krishna book. It has beautiful pastimes of Lord Krishna. And we'll ask Hari and Yashoda to read it. And next time when they come, we'll ask questions. You have to be able to relate. So now that the cat is out of the bag, Ananda Gauranga Prabhu, Mother Sushila, and Sai Ram sponsored yesterday's program. They also, Mother Sushila lovingly cooked the entire feast from yesterday for yesterday. So we'd like to offer them a small token of our appreciation. And we'll test Sai Ram on all the stories. Krishna, not you.